A second. Ladies and gentlemen, what in the name of entertainment was happening last night? The pool party. It felt like the housemates went wild for a bit. These people were partying with a frenzy. They were partying like they had been party starved. Now, I don't know if it's because of the theme of the week, barest minimum, or could it be the fact that they have been spending the night outside in the cold, in the wild. And so they decided to act wild as well. Because, guys, the events of the pool party, the things that I saw that were happening, and then besides that, the aftermath of the party. Hey! Even if the cameras was not showing us everything, guys, things were happening. Things were happening. And I will be spilling every single drop, every single last drop on this video. Now, it's quite a lot. There were a lot of conversations, a lot of revelations. And if I notice that this video is getting too lengthy, I would have to stop talking and then make a part 2 video. All right. So brace yourselves, guys. There's a lot of gist this morning. All right. There's a lot of gist. So watch this video to the end. Don't skip out any part, because there's a mystery we have to unravel. Yup. And you know what I'm talking about. The supposed kiss between Dede and Koyin. The major question there is, was it really a kiss or a peck on the forehead? Because from the look of things, these housemates are beginning to abuse peck. They're beginning to abuse it. So watch this video to the end. Do not skip out on any part. There's a lot you do not want to miss out on. All right. And before we get into it, you are all specially welcome to my channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Just a quick reminder to all of you that tomorrow, Saturday, by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here for our YouTube live conversation. I look forward to hosting all of you. I look forward to interacting with every single one of you because there's a lot to unpack. All right. So please do not miss out. Make it a date with us so we will have an elaborate conversation of everything that has happened in the house this week. All right. Now, all of that said, quickly, let's dive right into the rest of the video. Now, before we get into the aftermath of the party, let's first begin with some sights and scenes from the pool party itself. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable mentions first are the couple. Yes, our classic couple in the house. That's Dede and Doris. Ladies and gentlemen, I almost turned into a fly. Flew into Big Brother's house. And I almost went right in there in their faces to go scream at both of them to get a room, because these two were practicing their kissing skills right in front of the cameras. And it was so deep. It was so deep, but it was kind of cute. And, the position they were in, it was given wedding party, oh, me kissing my bride type of thing. And you see, I thought it was kind of cute. However, I heard that Doris, I heard this one right from the horse's mouth. I heard that Doris has been given a promise ring from Dede. Yes, the guy has invited her to come home and see his parents, his family, So we might be having wedding bells after the season ends, yes. But promise ring no be marriage, chow. Promise ring is not marriage. So Dede should ensure that it does not turn our Doris, our tiny little round labubu, into Lord of the Rings after the show. Otherwise, we're going to come for his head. Yes. But anyways, aside that, ladies and gentlemen, there was Ivata and K-Bobo. What was going on there? Because the way Ivata was all over K-Bobo, the way this girl was humping this guy, it was like, where a woman is horny, yeah? And then you go and be a tree and then you are humping the tree and then you are grinding the tree. Because of course, that K-Bobo is very tall and Ivata is quite petite. The way she was humping this guy, grinding and as if that was not enough. Inside the pool, the guy was sat I don't even know the kind of arrangement they were having. And she sat on him and she was grinding and humping. I say, Ivata, calm down, no. You know, it was just last week and 2 weeks ago that you started accusing Manson of touching you inappropriately. So my sister, you are beginning to overhump this guy. We hope that tomorrow you're not going to come and start accusing him of touching you inappropriately. Yes, I mean, at least now we're saying that there's consent here. You know, this one is consensual. Tomorrow we don't want to come and hear any false accusations, otherwise we're going to drag you by your tattoos. But ladies and gentlemen, it was kind of nice to see her having so much fun, and also seeing K-Bobo getting really immersed in the vibes of the pool party, because usually the guy would be by the meat grill, grilling meats, chicken, goat meat, and every kind of beef that Big Brother sent for them. But then thankfully, Big Brother did not send them any meat. So that sort of ensured that every single housemate was involved in the partying experience. And I loved it like that, yes. But I don't know about you guys. What do you think? Let me know about that in the comment section below. Now, the next people that I was watching, Dede and Kola. See, I don't know if it's just me, but these days, when I see these two people having conversations and doing whatever, I've kind of lost interest. I'm not listening anymore because their conversations have become very repetitive. Yes, very repetitive. They're talking about the same things over and over again. Oh, I want to kiss you. Let me hold you. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, listen, okay, fine. Listen, it's not giving anymore. If you guys want to do it, just go ahead and do it. Because at this point, I've lost interest. And then there was Jason J. Jason J was quite busy during the pool party. This guy was like a restless fly. You know how restless flies are? They perch on this food, they perch on that one. You can't leave your food open. You can't leave it exposed where there are flies, because the way they are restless, they perch here, they perch here, they perch here. At the end of the day, they end up not eating everything, but they just ensure that they leave their mark everywhere. That was how Jason J was last night. 1 minute, he's grinding Sultana. The next minute, you see him running to go and meet Joanna, dancing with her. And then at some point, he carried her from the swing, carried her to the front of the windows, you know, where they always dance in front of. And then you will grind her. And then you go and meet Sultana. Sultana at some point stuck out her tongue. And then he licked it. And I'm like, ew, disgusting. And then he went back again. Like, the guy was running different midnight shifts at the same time. And I'm going to be frank with all of you. Oh God. I did not find it appealing at all. I did not. And I'll explain, all right? But before I get to my personal explanation, I saw what he was doing. Jason J is so badly trying to create a triangle. We know how messed up he was in the first 2 weeks of the season when he was involved in Dede's situation, right? Where there was Dede, there was Koyin, and there was Kola. I mean, the situation is still there, but we saw how the whole thing messed him up. The whole thing's got him into a mental breakdown, right? So what I see him trying to do now is, I feel like he's trying to replicate that situation, but this time around with him being in charge and in control of the situation. Because in Dede's own case, Dede was the one that was in charge of that situation, and it sort of made him feel like a simp, made him feel like, you know, like, if I just literally bruised his ego. So now I feel like he's trying to inflate his ego and make himself feel good about himself, and also have his own storyline, you know, of a triangle sort of entanglement. And that is exactly what he's actively trying to build. Hence the reason why when Ebuka asked him during the live eviction show on Sunday what was going on between himself and Sultana, he said, we're just friends, we're just there. Do you see yourself going anywhere with her? I said, no. So he's literally trying to replay Dede's card. Oh, this one is my friend, this one is my friend, but you're doing stuff with them, you know. And then Joanna, in a way, is sort of helping his plan to run smoothly, because she thrives in her own individuality. She enjoys her individual game. I mean, she has said time and time again that she enjoys her individual game. But as much as she does, she also enjoys flirting a lot. And her flirtatious energy matches that of Jason J. So they indulge each other. She does not mind if there's Sultana in the picture for her, so long as we're not an item. Back to my own personal explanation, looking at that whole situation, for me, I did not find it appealing, because I feel like, and this is based on my observation, I feel like Jason J does not know how to finesse that situation. Yeah, he does not know how to, because it's like it does not have the balls to handle these two independent women. It does not have the steers to, to be in control. He tries to act like the man. Oh, I am the man. I am in control. I am in charge. But he does not look the part. He does not know how to act the part, because he is overly emotional. His emotions are involved, because he's playing this game, and then he saw Sultana carrying culture at the party, and he got upset, and he was angry, and he was stewing with anger, and he was sulking like a child, and then he went to go and sleep behind the pool table afterwards. And I'm like, dude, if you want to play the game of triangles and entanglement, your balls needs to be bigger. Yup. If you want to be the one controlling that triangle, your balls must be mightier than your head. So if your balls are not that big, if your spine is not that strong or straight, I'm sorry, you cannot handle that situation. So every time he's in there, he looks pathetic with the way he reacts when these girls involved, when they begin to give other guys attention. I don't know if you get what I mean. But anyways, they were playing their own thing, and yeah, the back and forth like a restless bee or fly, whatever. Yeah, but anyways, moving on. Another interesting sight during the pool party was culture and the many women that he rocks inside the pool. Guys, listen, this is now a staple for every Thursday night during the pool parties. The pool parties are never complete without culture in the pool, baptizing the bums of these girls with water, spanking, grinding, humping, and massaging their bums. Guys, listen, it's always a sight to behold. Always very, very, very entertaining to watch, because they willingly go to him. They line up, especially Isabella. You see that Isabella, guys, I have a weird feeling that she's very horny. Every Thursday night, she's like a chicken on heat, like a chicken that wants to lay egg. The thing that is worrying that girl, she'll just be going around, she will open the legs. Isabella, calm down. Ever since Kai Kumi left the house, it's like she's looking for where to lay egg. She's looking for where to lay egg, but her body is always jiggy. And you could see how it felt like she was giving culture instructions on how he should handle her body. It was too much for culture to handle. At some point, the guy was like, I beg. It was too much. Like, he was just going on and on and on and on. That even after the pool party, I suspected that there were probably certain things that she wanted of him, and was hugging her and telling her, oh, I love you too, I love you too. Because of course, everybody had enough alcohol, and some people were really high. Some people were high, So anyways, Culture did what he did with Isabella, and then he also did what he did with Imisi. Guys, it was a lot, but overall they all had fun. Now, last but not the least on my radar during the party was Mide and Bright. So you see, I don't know who else noticed, but these people were like glued together. They were dancing together, they were grinding, they were doing stuff, whispering into each other's ears, and we know what the whispering led to anyways. I mean, after the party, they had done stuff inside the bathroom. Now, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to tell you that, okay, this is what they did. But based on conversations right from the horse's mouth herself, Mide, it turned out that she and Bright, or rather Bright, had given her birthday gift, if you know what I mean. And they had done it in the bathroom, or rather in the toilet, thinking that the cameras would not catch it. So later on, after the pool party, in the conversation with Kola, Mide was kind of shocked that the cameras would definitely catch it. And Kola was actually explaining that, oh yes, that they definitely do catch stuffs like that. I mean, there's nowhere the cameras do not reach. And you could tell that she was kind of tensed. But you know, guys, they are adults. The whole thing was consensual, whatever it is that they did. Because after the pool party, the house went wild. K-Bobo and Ivata, they were doing stuff in the bathroom. People were shouting and talking about it. And then a bit later, Mide and Bright, they were doing theirs in the bathroom too. And you know, people were saying that, oh, another set, they are doing their own. You know, so a lot was just going on. You know, but then, like I said, I mean, they are adults, and everything they did was quite consensual. Whatever it is that they did, I don't care. But for me, what I was really concerned about, it's not even if they did anything or not in the bathroom or not, but what I was really concerned about was, guys, remember, Isabella had been giving us high hopes all week that she wanted to make moves on Bright Morgan, and she had been telling different housemates, you know, about her plans. They've been helping her to adjust it, tweak it to this level, tweak it to that level. And us, the viewers, we have been waiting patiently until we started waiting impatiently, because we just wanted to see how this whole thing will happen. So she had made a move 2 nights ago, and the guy had been avoiding her. So what I wasn't really sure of is, was Bright Morgan sticking to Mide, or was it Mide that was sticking to Bright Morgan during the pool party last night? Because it seemed like Mide was marking her territory. On the other hand, it seemed like Bright Morgan wanted to dance with other people but was not able to leave. So I don't know who was holding who, but it seemed like Mide was securing her territory so that Isabella will not come in the picture, or even Thelma will not come in the picture. So it was quite interesting to see, and Isabella could not even muster up the courage to go in between those people, because at some point, much later, Mide had gone to sit at the swing, right? She was probably tired of standing and dancing, and Bright was kind of free. So I was wondering why she did not make her move at that point in time. I was kind of disappointed, guys. I really was, because I just felt like this week it's been all words and no action at all from Isabella. She's just been wasting our time. You know, now it's making me wonder, okay, is she ever going to muster the courage to do whatever she wants to do? What's the next plan? What's the way forward? It doesn't really make sense. But anyways, down to the after party. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd mentioned earlier that these housemates had a lot to drink. Yeah. And a lot of them were kind of high. A lot of them were high. We had Dede and her bestie, Koyin. They were high. So typical of Dede, every time there's a party, she gets really high, and then she goes to lay somewhere in Koyin's company, because it's only Koyin that she trusts herself to be around after the parties, you know, whenever she's kind of tipsy. And they were both just talking, and she was telling him that Big Brother would soon come and take them, that's she and Joanna, to their bed and breakfast. As a matter of fact, they had that experience yesterday morning. It was such a beautiful one for them. So they were going to have another experience again last night. So Koyin was telling her that he was going to miss her, and was kind of shedding tears. Now, I don't know if it was because he was under the influence of alcohol or not, but it was kind of shedding tears. And he was inhaling her scent, telling her that, oh, he's going to inhale her scent, you know, so that he does not miss her too much, blah, blah, blah. Now, they were in a very, I don't know if I should call it intimate position, but it wasn't anything sexual. It was more like Dede wrapped up in a duvet, and then there was Koyin beside her. Nothing that deep. But that kind of triggered Kola, because before we knew it, we saw Kola bursting into one of the rooms upstairs and calling Zita for a conversation. He closed the doors and he was like, okay, you know you're my G, yeah? You know I can tell you anything, yeah? What the fuck? What the fuck? Look at what Dede is doing with Koyin. He was just ranting. And I'm like, dude, are you okay? He was just ranting. Oh, okay, go and see for yourself. Go and see yourself. Look at how both of them are. What is that nonsense? What are they doing? So for him, he was just upset that both of them were laying on the floor in that position. That why would they even do that? Now, his anger was directed more at Koyin, because for him, Koyin is actually having a field day of the impression that he is creating in the minds of everyone that he and Dede are an item when they are not. That Dede has said that they are just friends, but now from the look of things, it's not looking that like they are just friends anymore. That it's looking like there's more to it than meets the eye. That Dede has been making a lot of promises to him, telling him that she wants their relationship to work out. You know, she says she wants them to work. Like, it was saying that Dede has been making promises to him, and they've created boundaries on how their relationship can work. And he's trying to abide by those boundaries, but she is doing otherwise with her so-called friends. So Zita had gone to go and check the position, and then Zita too came up and was like, oh, if I was the one, I wouldn't take that. If I was the one, I wouldn't take that. No, no, no. So in the midst of all of this ranting and shouting by Kola, I was wondering that, dude, what stops you from going there to go and check on Dede and just confirm things for yourself? Why? Because why is it that every time Kola would rather do a media round first with the whole world, with all the housemates, with all the viewers, with Big Brother, with production, even with his family at home, he would do a media round first, say all manner of denigrating things about Dede and the people that she's talking to, before then finally making a move to go talk to Dede. Oh, wow. Game or no game, people like that, you need to avoid them like a plague, to be very honest. Because, guys, it was just so weird to me. And he did not stop at Zita. He carried on the conversation to Mide. He carried it on to Imisi. And you see, the people that he tells about these things are people that hold a grudge against Dede herself. So, guys, see, tomorrow during our YouTube live conversation, I will spill some things about Kola's strategy. Yeah, because a lot of you need to know what this guy is up to. It's a very, very, I don't know, it's a very interesting strategy, but at the same time, it's very, very vile. I'm going to tell you all about it. But yeah, that was what was going on. It was just so annoying. Like, Kola, dude, walk up to this girl. You claim that she has promised you a relationship. Oh yeah, walk up to her and go and check on her. Okay, Koyin, what's up? What are you doing? Okay, don't worry, I'm going to take it up from here. Be the man, take charge. Which one is you go and peep, and then like a terrible gossip, you move around and then you're going to spread the gossip, you're maliciously telling people things, and then you're creating this impression to the viewers that, oh my God, Dede is leading me on. Because that was why he was telling people that, oh, she's leading me on, she's leading me on. That is the narrative he has been spinning from week one. Very pathetic. But it's a good gameplay though, because people are now beginning to believe Kola. And Dede put herself in that situation. So whatever Dede is playing at, she just better not shoot herself in the leg. Because at this point, that is what it's beginning to look like. On to the final story. This one is the presumed kiss that happened between Dede and Koyin. Ladies and gentlemen, up until now, as I speak, as you watch this video, Dede's fans and Koyin's fans are still arguing over if they kissed or not. I was kind of taken aback by the sight, that I saw. But I had to go back to rewind that scene over and over again, just to be sure of what exactly I saw. And this is what I saw. Let me explain. Yeah. So I had mentioned before that Koyin had been inhaling, or rather, okay, he had been sniffing and inhaling Dede's scent. He said he's doing that just so that he does not miss her too much when she goes away to the private room with Joanna, that he's going to miss his best friend. And so later on, when the camera panned to them, they were both locked in beneath Dede's duvet. Now, they were not facing each other face to face. Dede was here, Koyin's head was opposite Dede's lips, all right? So what happened was, when the camera moved on to them, this is what I heard. I heard Koyin inhale. So I presume that he was still sniffing her and inhaling her scent. Remember, he's high. She is also high. And then a bit later, like just a few seconds later, Dede had leaned forward and had planted a peck or a kiss on Koyin's forehead. Now, if they were actually kissing, the laying down position would have been like this. They would have been looking at each other face to face. And if they were going to kiss, the kiss would have happened like this. Mwah. Huh? You see? But it was a forehead kiss. It wasn't an actual kiss. Now, as much as they felt like they were not doing any harm, they were doing whatever they were doing innocently, Sultana and Doris, they were literally gossiping about it actively. Like they were like this, you know, doing that actively, you know, and there was this general conclusion that both of them had kissed, but they had not kissed. I was also looking at Dede's lip gloss because she likes wearing lip gloss all the time. I was also looking at her lip gloss, and after she was done kissing Koyin's forehead, her gloss was still intact. Yep. So no kiss happened. Okay, there was a kiss, but it was not a mouth-to-mouth kiss. It was a forehead kiss. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Do you think it is a kiss to the mouth or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And I will see you guys on my next video because the gossip, the gist continues. All right. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.